Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a happy Saturday, and I guess you know why I'm so happy. We have a new president and vice president in office today, so I think that calls for a happy Saturday. Um, I'm Lady Pauline, your host, and my co-host, Mr. Glenn Greenwich, the Honorable Mayor of Southern Boulevard. And we have a special guest today, Miss Myra Ford, who is from the Gifts from God's Talent Show director. Welcome to our World Hour of Power.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah. Tell me, before we start the show, Glenn, we have to pay those bills, you know.
Hi, I want to let you know about some exciting events happening at the Black Spectrum Theater on Fridays. November 6th, reunion in Bartersville. On November 13th, Five Guys. On November 20th, The Great Parade. November 27th, Holiday Comedy Concert. Go to www.blackspectrum.net, select Season Pass 2020-2021. Enter your payment, or you can call us at 718-723-1800 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
TMI and Partners, where we add rhythm to your funding solutions, making sure you're in step to expanding your business. Go to tmium.com and select a smooth funding solution. Funding never felt so good. That's tmium.com.
All right, Miss Ford.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, and tell me about your show that's going to be coming up on the 14th of this month.
Okay. Well, my name is Myra Ford. Okay, I'm a New York City resident and the creator and developer of the Gifts from God Talent Show. All right, the Gifts from God Talent Show is a private Christian variety show featuring music, dance, drama, and comedy intertwined with Christian biblical scripture in Manhattan, New York City. The production is based on an annual changing theme focused on a hot current event topic that's happening in our world today. The goal is to bring forth goodwill, support, education, and encouragement to all people of all races, and men, women, and children.
Okay, Miss Ford, that's a mouthful.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Ms. Ford, how did you come to create this brainchild? Sounds like a very exciting opportunity. What inspired you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've always been in the field of social services, helping people. I worked with some very promising nonprofit agencies in the beginning of my career, and I worked in the mental health field. And I put on shows, Christmas shows for the clients, and they appreciated it so much that I just was encouraged to do so with every agency that I worked in for the past couple of years to put on a show, from the goodness of my heart. And it was welcomed by the director and the management. And I've been just doing that and just encouraging people in the community and it just resulted in my own show, the Gifts from God Talent Show, which is very well received in the community and growing. I've been presenting this production for the past 5 years.
Okay. Now, I also wanted to find out. I know your show is coming up on the 14th. Am I not correct?
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yes, it's
So
Saturday, November 14th.
Okay, and tell us what time it is.
It's at 4 o'clock. Yes, it's called The Time for Prayer 2020.
Okay.
And it's based on COVID-19 and how it affects our lives, our lifestyles, and churches.
Oh, that's very, very interesting. How did you, I know that's the most happening thing that's happening right now besides getting our new president into office, but how did you come up with that particular topic to have a play by?
Well, each year, God inspires me to focus on a particular topic. And actually, the way it happens, I just one day wake up with an idea on my mind. And I says, this has to be implemented. And I had the Time for Prayer, the title came before the pandemic, and then once we got into the pandemic, I realized, I said, now I know why he inspired me to call it A Time for Prayer. And then I just attached the year to it, 2020, because this year is very symbolic. We'll never forget this year. This is a historical year. And that's how it came about. The title before the happening. So it's meant to be. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how it happens with me.
Okay, so you also have a talent for writing.
Yes, I enjoy writing. It's something that I've been doing for a long time in the field of social services. Of course, we're taught to learn, we're taught to write, we're taught to analyze people's reactions and emotions. And all my teachings and learning from the social work field is inputted into the program, the Gifts from God program. Each year, somebody says, oh, wow, this has a social service team to it. And that's because it's coming from my background. It's coming from my heart, my passion to help people, not only people who are well established, but people who are of low income, people who have been put down in life and need some hope. I've helped people all my life in different situations when people walk up to me for the simplest things, and people never forget me. It's hard to, it's hard for me sometimes just to forget, that I've served at a certain agency, because there's always a mother and child or a man coming up and said, I know you, you're Miss Ford, you're from this social service agency, you helped me. And then I politely said, I'm glad that I helped, but they tell me also, oh, but you didn't actually serve me. It was somebody else that served me, but you were kind enough to answer my question. All right. So it's this type of response that I want to give to people, that I'm here to help. I'm here to educate. And that's what the Gifts from God Talent Show is about. It's not only about performing and dancing and singing. It's about educating people to be kinder, to be more supportive of each other, and just to care more. It's also encouraging men to be more compassionate of women and children, more thoughtful. I especially admire good men, and I admire men who have changed their life, who weren't nice. Okay, so but we have to learn how to work together, and that's what the show is about. It's about racial equality, racial harmony. It's about children learning how to grow up in this very bad world, how to become better, how to become good parents one day. And that's why with my production, I always have children for free, children and seniors especially.
So how many people is part of your production?
Right now, I have about 10 people. Okay, most of them are actors. They come actually from the Broadway stage, which God has been very good to me for sending people who are very experienced in the field of entertainment. So I've been excited to meet people like, if I can, Miss Deborah Larissa, who is an actress. Okay, she has received human affairs awards. She has been helping children. She's very knowledgeable lady. I have poets. I have dancers. I have DJs. I have also somebody to help me with YouTube production. All right, so all 10 of us, yes, we come together to produce this production.
Now you sound like you're both the director and the producer. Is that accurate?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
great.
I pretty much do everything. I write the script. I train the actors so that they can promote the script and to present it to the people correctly. I set up help the photographer to set up, which we also have a photographer as a DJ. And I work on a YouTube consultant script, so I pretty much do everything. It's a pretty busy 8 months of training involved to produce this one production on an annual basis.
On an annual basis. Now, let me ask you this. I know that because of COVID, you're probably limited in terms of how you can actually present it. Are you going to be just virtual or virtual and some in-house folks live? How are you going to present your production this year?
All right. Well, we will have a small in-person audience.
Awesome.
Okay, but we also will appear on YouTube, and the event will be filmed in its entirety and placed on YouTube.
Now, are you charging tickets for this? How are you funding this event?
The tickets are very low fee. They're very low fee. They're under $20. I'll just put it that way. And as I said, children's and seniors are free. And the contributions, they just go towards the room rental and other, other funding that's needed to produce the show.
So if somebody that's listening to this show today may not be able to come out, how can they contribute to the show? How can they help support the production of this show?
Well, they can contact me, Myra Ford, the director, by email at gfgtalentshow@gmail, and just share their interest with me, and I will tell them how to do that.
Okay.
I would appreciate it.
Please repeat that email. So one more time, please.
It's GFG Talent, TALENT, show, SHOW, @gmail.com.
Excellent.
Miss Ford, I would like to know, how did you hear about Our Power?
Well, I enjoy reading Queen's Chronicle newspaper. Yes.
Oh,
and I happened to see this very interesting production, featuring you, Lady Pauline. And I said, let me read this further. All right. And when I read it, I said, this sounds interesting. Our world, dealing with the world and community events. And I said, let me give this lady a call and see what happens. And that's when we met. Thank you for giving me a call and finding my program interesting. I appreciate it. So
you're quite welcome. We're here to serve the community and get the word out on all different programs. I find something very interesting because I'm also from the social service field. I spent 25 years working as a social worker. And I'm just trying to figure out what made you decide to get into writing for doing plays, because I've worked with domestic violence and substance abuse, and I was just interested, how did you come about putting this into a play for the virus that's going around?
Mhm. Well, I've been, as I have mentioned before, I've been putting on programs with different social service agencies over the past 10 years.
Oh, so
And
you've been doing it for a while. Okay.
yes, but yes, voluntarily. Yes, I was doing it. Yes. And I just wanted to do something independent on my own. People enjoyed my writing cards and other notes and everything, and said, "Why don't I take this a step further?" So I decided to take my love of music, not only of social work, but my love of music and my love for the performing arts and my experience in training at the Brooklyn of Academy of Music for years, and put it all together as one into this creative project. So it's actually all of me coming into this project.
Would you
All aspects of my personality.
would you classify it as a musical or a drama or kind of a combination of both? Because it sounds
It's a
very interesting.
combination of both. Yes,
Okay.
it's a combination of both. It's actually what is called a variety show. You don't hear a variety show that often. Most of in the past, there was always a variety show. Jerry Lewis had a variety show. Kathy
Yes.
Lee Gifford, she dealt with, children who were disabled. So you heard a variety show a lot of in the past, but I'm bringing it forth as a Christian variety show, which is something very unique. One of the actresses have told me in New York City, she has said that I have the only Christian variety show in New York. All right, so that is something to be honored about. And,
Yes, it is.
I
It
hope,
is.
yes.
I
So
like.
I'm very excited about, what's to come with the Gifts from God talent show.
Okay. I'm very glad how you have put everything together as far as your social service field and also your drama, acting, music, everything. It's very interesting. Have you thought about turning it into a all-time career now?
Yes, yes, very much so. There's a lot more. The Gifts from God talent show in the future will be going on a road. Okay,
Oh,
so
great.
we hope to appear at rehabilitation centers, hospitals, boys and girls clubs, and we just want to really hit New York City with an impact. We'll be driving around in a van. That's what I envision, the performers and myself. We're there to entertain. We're there to bring people joy and cheer. Of course, the pandemic puts a great hold on this goal right now, but this is what's going to happen in the future. So after 7, 8 months of practice and then the annual show, we'll be on the road. We'll be doing Christmas show, holiday shows, and special events that hospitals have in mind. I'm very creative. Not only can I present my annual show to them, but I could also create a show for them if they need it.
That's what it sounds like. With 10 years of experience under your belt, you must have a lot of themes and material that you can bring together for special occasions and so forth. Wow, that
Yes,
sounds quite exciting. Have you
yes, I am.
are you familiar with the Black Spectrum Theater? Actually, one of our sponsors, because that's the location that you may want to investigate as well. And there are some other venues located in Southeast Queens. For example, the church on 153rd Street, the Performing Arts, Jamaica Performing Arts Center. Is another location that you may want to look into to do performances that are available for performances as well.
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
telling you,
Yes, I've been to that site. My
oh,
friend
okay.
and I, we went to we went to a show recently. That was last year at
Yeah.
the Jamaica Art Center. Yes, and also a Black Spectrum Theater. Yes, I have been there as well. So
Okay.
I'm familiar with both of those venues.
Well, we're about putting people together in the community. That's what we're here to do, you know.
Great.
And I like what you're doing. It's very, very interesting, and it's needed, you know, in this time of crisis that we're going through. We need to see inspirational plays and performances, etc. Now, I'm interested in the business aspect of what you're doing. Are you a for-profit agency or a non-for-profit?
Private. It's a private business in New York City, in Manhattan, based in Manhattan. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Lady Pauline, let's pay some bills and then
Okay,
let's
go
come
ahead.
back because I think that I definitely want to pursue some things around what Ms. Ford just said. Hi, I want to let you know about some exciting events happening at the Black Spectrum Theater on Fridays. November 6th, reunion in Bartersville. On November 13th, Five Guys. On November 20th, The Great Parade. November 27th, Holiday Comedy Concert. Go to www.blackspectrum.net, select Season Pass 2020-2021. Enter your payment, or you can call us at 718-723-1800 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
TMI and Partners, where we add rhythm to your funding solutions, making sure you're in step to expanding your business. Go to tmium.com and select a smooth funding solution. Funding never felt so good. That's tmium.com.
All right, that sounds great. And I also want to say you're listening to our Power podcast here, and you can hear us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. And something that I have started, which is if you would like to give a donation to our media, you can do that through Cash App, and where your news reflects you and your community. Um, we are also trying to put together for the new year a Black media uh, format for the community as a podcast and radio show. So I would like any type of contributions so we can get this rolling, because we have a lot to talk about, and we definitely need a platform on a regular basis. So I would appreciate any type of contributions. All right, let's get back to Ms. Ford.
Oh yeah. So Ms. Ford, wanted to find out. So right now you're private. Are you looking for permanent sponsors? Are you looking to expand your reach and your production? You talked about doing traveling shows and what have you. Do you have the infrastructure in place to do that already, or is that something that you
Well,
looking to do?
I have a couple of two venues that have expressed interest already
Right.
in the production.
Excellent.
So I actually have met with the directors of these programs already, and that's pretty much how I do it. I either call them or they call me. I visit with them for an interview, and it's set up just as easy as that. You know,
Have you
that's
have you
pretty much
considered
all.
have you considered registering your company as a MWBE, a Minority and Women Business Enterprise? And why I'm suggesting that is that a lot of times city agencies, and I don't know if you considered doing work for the Department of Education, but it sounds like that's something that you could easily adapt your work, your plays, to be able to present to schools and so on and so forth. Sometimes when you're certified as the MWBE, you can get access to some of the city agencies and city funding to help produce your programming. Because I'm telling you, that's very, very exciting. As you said, you've got a niche market. Not a lot of people are doing Christian variety shows. And so I think that that's something that would be very, very popular. And of course, obviously, getting some of the city agencies involved in something like that would help to promote and expand your reach. Because I tell you, I'm excited just listening to the possibility of the work that you're doing.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I definitely have thought about that, that venue, and I will be considering it more next year.
Okay.
Okay, I
Okay.
want to get past this pandemic period.
Well, let me just share with you that you can get it done for free if you go to York College Small Business Development Center, that's located on York College campus, or there's a small business support center that's located at 9027 Sutphen Boulevard on the 4th floor, and they will
Okay,
also do that for you for free as well. So there's some
great.
agencies that city agencies that will get you certified for free, support you in the process as well. And I don't know if
Mhm.
access to capital is something that you're interested in as well, but both areas, York College Small Business Development Center and the Small Business Support Center, also can let you know that their money's available for small businesses doing the work that you're doing. So again, lots of avenues of opportunity, and that's something that we do. We want to promote small businesses and make sure that they're successful, because we know that access to capital and sometimes becoming certified as an MWBE can help your company, your business grow. And we know that inside of this pandemic, we're going to need more businesses like yourself, more entrepreneurs who are doing the things and employing people from our community to be successful.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
so
I will certainly pursue that information, and I am familiar with both York College and the Small Business Development Center. So I definitely will pursue that. Thank you so much, Glenn, for the information.
You're very welcome.
okay, you're listening to Our World, Our Power. You can also hear us on, or I should say, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And our email is info@ourworldmedia. And again, don't forget you can hear us on Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. Glenn, how can people reach you?
You can reach me at Sutphen Boulevard Business Improvement District, 718-291-2110.
Okay, Glenn, what's going on for Thanksgiving in the community? Have you put together anything yet?
Well, we're looking at creating a Thanksgiving dinner giveaway. And so we haven't gotten the details yet if we're going to do it the Wednesday before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving Day itself. But we plan to repeat what we did last year. We gave out 200 meals the day, Thanksgiving Day, and we're looking to repeat or even get bigger this year. So that's something that we're going to be doing inside the McDonald's, the old McDonald's, right on Suffern Boulevard between Archer and Jamaica Avenue. So we'll be formulating some of the details coming up. We've got a board meeting on Monday, and we'll find out some more specifics, and I'll be able to share that information.
Yes, that's wonderful. Miss Ford, I would like to say thank you so much for coming on our show. I'm glad to have talked with you. And again, your show is November the 14th. Can you repeat that address again, where it's going to be at and the time?
Yeah, sure. The Gifts from God's Talent Show presentation called A Time for Prayer 2020 will be featured at 520 8th Avenue on the 16th floor in Manhattan, New York, 118. It will be at 4 o'clock, starting at 4 o'clock, just for 2 hours. Anybody who would like to come must reserve their name and their phone number at gfgtalentshow@gmail.com. All right,
Okay.
so please
And
let us know in advance.
And that's also the email to use if you want to contribute to the show. You can't make it to the show, but you'd like to contribute to the value and the entertainment and the all of the good information and inspirational information that's going to be part of this show coming up.
Okay.
May I also give the website too?
Absolutely. Please.
Yes. Yes, we have a beautiful website. It's www.gfgtalentshow.com. So that's www.gfgtalentshow.com. Thank you.
All right.
And before we go, again, remember, Black Spectrum Theater season pass subscribers are available at www.blackspectrum.net. Season pass 2020 to 2021. You can enter your payment at that point in time, or you can call Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 at 718-723-1800. And November 13th, the next show is Five Guys. November 20th is the Great Parade. And November 27th is the holiday comedy concert.
All right. So we had a wonderful time. And I want to say thanks, everybody. Glenn, I'll catch you next week. Same time, same place. And again, thank you, Miss Myra Ford, for coming on the show. Take care, everybody.
It's my pleasure.
Wishing you much success.
Yes.